Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Most of you know who I am and what I do, but for those of you that are new, you are here on a dual simulcast. It's probably a little bit redundant of both Unindoctrinate Radio on Mojo 50 and also on Odyssey 1 and at the Christian Whistleblower YouTube. And we invite you to come over there and like and share and subscribe. We want to get our subscriptions up over there. We want to get this message out to more people. And tonight, the message is the osmosis of the truth movement. A couple of things I want to address that I saw in the chat. Number one, somebody said the Pope said that there's no resurrection. Well, yes and no. The Pope didn't say there was no resurrection. Some guy named Scalfari, Eugenio Scalfari, a longtime friend of Pope Francis and frequent papal interviewer, who's lied before. I'm just saying, I'm not protecting the Pope, obviously. I'm not defending the Pope. Who's lied before, said that the Pope told him that Jesus did not rise bodily from the dead, but in the semblance of a spirit. So the Pope didn't say it. Somebody said the Pope said it. And it's kind of like a whistleblower. They said that he said, and we don't really know. But even if he did say it, it's true. So all the better. So make sure when you say things, you follow them up. Make sure you know what was actually said so you can get everything exactly right. And then Nancy tells us that in the court that she was just in New Jersey, and I forget where she said, Patterson, New Jersey, she went to jury duty. And they do not use the Bible anymore to swear you in. And they don't ask you to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth at the end. I say, thank you, Jesus, with my tongue fully in cheek. I think it's great that the Bible is not being used anymore to swear you into court. I think that it's great that you're not swearing on the Bible, because the Bible, we might as well swear on Marvel Comics, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of the Marvel comics have higher moral value than does the Bible. So I'm glad to see it, that the Bible is being removed from the court proceedings. I think it should just be, hey, do you promise to tell the truth? Are you going to tell us what you saw? Are you going to tell us what you heard? Yeah, sure. Why do we got to bring a dead guy on a stick into the discussion? So I agree. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. Just tell the truth. So I am very, very happy that there will be no Bible in the courtrooms, at least in New Jersey there. Julia McMurtry says that in New Zealand also no Bibles in court. I'm so glad that there's no Bibles in court anymore. Hopefully it will spread. If we can get rid of Bibles everywhere, boy, I'd be really, really happy. But not so much, because the Bible is a document that shows us how they're trying to defeat us, how they're trying to come against us, and we can learn from it. Mary Huffsmith says, why use it? It means nothing anyway. What I just said is why. But today, let's talk about something. And this was kind of sparked by Carrie Cassidy the other day. Hello, Amanda B. Carrie Cassidy was talking about learning by osmosis, by just hanging around people, having books around, having things around that you just kind of learn by osmosis. KC is just out of the jacuzzi and the shower. That's great to know. A little bit jealous, I'm not going to lie. But let's talk about the osmosis of the truth movement, quote unquote. Osmosis of the truth movement, quote unquote. What is the definition of osmosis? Well, the dictionary definition of osmosis is an unconscious assimilation. An unconscious assimilation, usually gradual, of ideas, knowledge, doctrine, thought, teaching. So osmosis is the idea that you learn stuff just by being around people that think stuff. And if you're an energetic being, it makes sense. If you're hanging around people that are smart people, You are going to get smarter, even if you don't say anything, even if you don't interact, just by osmosis, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard me say many times in the past that I don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. In fact, I prefer to be the dumbest guy in the room. Because if I'm the dumbest guy in the room, and in my case, it's really not that hard to do that, I am learning, I am gaining, I am incorporating by osmosis truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's why I hang around with smart people. That's why I hang around with motivated people. That's why I hang around with successful people like Rocky Stucci. That's why I do it. Like this week, I'm going to go and hang out with Chris Jericho again. Why? Because he's smart, because he's driven, because he's successful. And I will pick that up by osmosis. I'm going to be hanging out with J.D. Sumner and Ronnie Tutt and Sammy Hagar and Joe Walsh and Roy Orbison's kids and Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees, hanging out with these people. Why? Because they're smart, because they're successful, because they're driven. I want to hang around smart people. I want to hang around driven people. I want to hang around successful people. And Cynthia says Jeff is smarter now. A pat herself on the back illusion that I've been with her for a year, and she says I'm smarter now. And some of you are agreeing, but you can just keep it to yourselves, smarty pants. But it's true. And that's why I hang out with people like Rocky Stucci. That's why I was hanging out with a guy like Jay Campbell. That's why I hang out with Rex Bear. That's why I hang out with Wayne Steiger. That's why I hang out with the people at Mojo 50. That's why I went all the way from Kansas City, got in my car and drove all the way down to Dallas to hang out with Ron and the guys, because they're smart, because they're driven, because they're successful. That's why I hang out with the folks from Mistech, Halo Marquise. That's why I hang out with the people from Stemlight, James and Danielle. That's why I hang out with the people from Fluffy. I can't remember their names right now. Jeff and Carlton. Is it Carlton? Jeff and I'm so sorry that I forgot the name, but you know who I'm talking about. That's why I hang out with the Hero Soap people. That's why I hang out with the Verve people. Smart, driven, talented. That's why I hang out with them. But Jeff, you've never met the people from Stemlight. You've never met the people from Fluffy. You never met the people from Hero. You've never met the people from Verve. Do you really think that I've got to be in their physical presence to hang out with them? No, I interact with them energetically all the time. And in the case of Rocky, they're not just smart, they're also cool. That's why I go out of my way to hang out with Jericho. So when you're hanging out with people online, when you're watching them, when you're listening to them, when you're interacting with them, you are picking up things with them by osmosis. You absolutely, positively are picking up things from them by osmosis. As I look at my very own notes, nobody else's notes, just mine, you pick up what you get. You're going to pick up by hanging around. You're going to pick up by hanging around people. Carrie Cassidy talked about learning via osmosis, and she was talking about doing it consciously. But ladies and gentlemen, learning by osmosis goes both ways. Learning by osmosis goes both ways. And some of you are going to get your toes stomped on tonight, but that's okay. I have to do it. I'm in the toe stomping business, and cousins, that business is a booming. And the reason I can toe stomp, and the reason I'm usually right when I do it, and one of the reasons are these Mistech bracelets, ladies and gentlemen. They keep me at the normal, pure Schumann resonance of the earth. They eliminate the chaos in my cells, and I think they look sexy as hell. I'm going to tell you the truth. And you can get those by going to jeffreydaugherty.com and clicking on the Mistech logo. All kinds of colors, all kinds of designs. If you've never had one before, I want to tell you what Halo Marquise, the owner of the company, tells you. Buy the cheapest one that you'll wear 24/7. And that's like $20 with the 20% discount you get. He doesn't tell you to buy the most expensive one. Buy the cheapest one that you'll wear 24/7, because you got to keep them on all the time. Nancy says Mistech is sexy. So go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the Mistech logo, follow the very easy instructions, and you'll receive a full 20% off, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to take two business weeks to get to you. And we're just two guys trying to change the world. So I'm sorry about that. We're trying to move that up. So anyway, it works both ways because you unconsciously learn by osmosis too. That's one reason why I wear these, because it helps protect me from unconscious stuff that I don't want to learn from. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is really good stuff. You also have unconscious assimilation of ideas. It happens. It's a law. When you hang around people, you start picking up their ideas. When you hang around people, you start picking up their thoughts, even their doctrines, their beliefs. Birds of a feather flock together. And birds that flock together become of a feather. It's just the way it is. You will pick up what you constantly and regularly expose yourself to. You will pick up. And KTM says, we got this. I hope you do, because some of you don't. You will pick up what you constantly and regularly expose yourself to. If you lie down with dogs, my nanny used to tell me, and that wasn't like I grew up with a nanny. That was my granny. We just called her nanny. If you lie down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. And I've also found that if you lie down with dogs, you'll get up with ticks and fleas. Now, I won't insult you by discussing the mainstream media. I won't insult you by discussing why you shouldn't watch television, why you shouldn't listen to the radio, why you shouldn't walk into your house and the first thing you do is turn on your television or your radio and just let it blare in the background. I won't insult your intelligence, because if you're listening to this channel, if you're watching this channel, then you are a being that knows and understands that you shouldn't be watching the mainstream media, that you shouldn't be listening to mainstream radio, that you shouldn't be listening to mainstream radio. Now, today I did something that I haven't done in probably 5 or 6 years. I watched a whole football game, a whole NFL football game. Yeah, it's a couple hours of my life I'll never get back, but I'm not talking about being an extremist, a zealot, but that's the only one I've watched in, like I said, 5, 6, 7 years. But here's the point. You know about mainstream media exposure. You know about radio exposure. You know about that. You know the messaging that's there. You know the hypnosis that's there. You know the things that are in there that are trying to keep you from being who you want to be. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by that. What I am going to do is jump on your toes about, and really, the mainstream media is not our real enemy. We're already past that. The TV station is not our real enemy. Our radio station is not our real enemy. What's that stupid guy's name? Jay-Z is not our real enemy. Beyonce is not our real enemy. Who our real enemy is are the neo-Jesuit pseudo-truthers. That's our, like Tracy Dyer hit it right on the, we do not share a brain, but every now and then it seems like we do. The neo-Jesuit pseudo-truthers on YouTube are the ones that you guys need to watch out for and need to wake up to and begin to ask yourself questions. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm here to point out things, and you should start thinking, am I doing this? Am I laying down with dogs? Am I getting fleas? Am I getting ticks? Well, if you are, you are. Some of you are getting fleas. That's what I wrote. Some of you are getting fleas by what you are watching and listening to regularly. And remember, we talked about the Bible. We talked about the Bible, how it shows how they're going to try to defeat us. And I want to show you something right here that is very emblematic of what I'm talking about. And I never really understood this verse. I thought it was bullshit, to be honest with you. Thought it was bullshit. But now I realize why it's here, because it shows us and it encourages us. It shows us that we will be overtaken by osmosis, whether we want to or not. And it encourages people to keep us around as much as they can, because they know that osmosis will rub off on us and they will end up being like us. They will get our fleas if we can keep them around us long enough. Watch this verse. It'll freak you out, man, that you know exactly what it's talking about now. Are you kidding me? Come on now. This stupid ass. It better work. I'm so sick of Apple computer right now, ladies and gentlemen. I got rid of my iPhone because I was so sick of my iPhone. And I just bought a new computer just moments before we went on air because I'm so sick of my Apple damn computer right now. Like right now, they upgraded the system supposedly, and now they're protecting me from being able to share what I want to share with you. And I'm trying to learn how to click all the damn settings again. Oh, great. I can't do it until I quit Zoom. God damn it. I hate you, Apple. And I can't wait until my new HP, what's it called? HP Envy all-in-one is here on Tuesday or something. I can't wait. So I'm just going to have to tell you what it means. Oh my, I'm so sick of Apple. I hate Apple so bad right now. I hate them. I hate them and I hate them. Okay, and can I just say welcome to our Christian trolls that are in the chat room right now. I know that you guys, I feel for you because you are a special kind of special. And I know you stopped in here on the short bus. So I'll try to keep my cool with you guys around, but don't push me. Don't come in just dropping random scriptures and saying stupid stuff. If you don't come strong to the mic and have a take, we won't let you stay in that long. Apple bottoms are something else altogether. Or Siri, Ryan, whatever your name is. So I'll just have to tell you what this verse says. It's in 1 Peter 3:1-2. And it says, wives, in the same way, submit yourself to your husbands. Here we go. Submit yourself to your husbands so that even if they refuse to believe the word, they will be won over without words by the behavior of their wives. Do you see what they're saying there? They're saying, Christian wives, because you're a gullible, silly woman and you buy this bullshit, don't try to preach at your husband because that'll drive him away. Just act nice and let him absorb it by osmosis. And they're saying it will. When they see your pure and fearful demeanor, and this is what I never get. When they see you acting purely, when they see you full of fear and terror, that's what the word means. When they see you full of fear and terror, when they see you acting in a holy and sacred way and are fearful of God, it says that they will be won over. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is the idea of osmosis. Even if your husband or your wife doesn't believe, just live Jesus before them. Live in fear, live in reverence, and sooner or later, bad enough will happen to them, and they'll try your crazy because their crazy doesn't work anymore until they see my crazy. My crazy's a lot funner. I used to be quite normal, but now I'm having fun. And we got the best kind of crazy around here, the free kind of crazy, the sovereign kind of crazy, the divine kind of crazy. But see, they want you. They're telling you osmosis is real. They're telling you that who you hang around with, just who you listen to, just who you watch on YouTube, whether you believe them or not, they're winning you over. In time, they will. Whoever you watch on YouTube, whoever you listen to on YouTube, whether you think you believe them or not, you do, and they are winning you over by the fact that you're listening to them and you're watching them. I'm going to say it again, and people will say, why do you repeat yourself? I repeat myself because people are stupid and they need repetition. Not you, other people. If you think you can listen to YouTube channels, I just listen for the entertainment. I don't really believe it. You are wrong. You are lying down with dogs. You will get up with fleas. That's why I'm glad the trolls are here, because the trolls hate me, but they can't pry themselves away because they know it's true. And sooner or later, they're going to get a little itch and they're going to scratch, and pretty soon they're going to be writing me stuff saying, Jeff, I used to hate you, but now I love you because you made me think for myself. But if you think you can watch YouTube channels and go to conferences and listen to stuff and it doesn't affect you, oh no, you are so wrong, homeboy. You are so wrong, homegirl. You're lying to yourself. They want you to give them enough time so they can get their fleas into you. They'll give you enough truthish kind of stuff to keep you around long enough for you to become thoroughly infected, and you never even see it coming. And before you know it, you're in too deep, and it's so much easier for them to fool you than for me to convince you that you've been fooled. Oh, it's just a few fleas. I know that they teach Jesuit doctrine, but it's just a few fleas. I know they teach blood doctrine, but it's just a few fleas. It's just a few fleas. It's really no big deal, Jeff. It's just a few fleas. I'm going to give you some examples. And you're not going to like them, and I'm not going to mention anybody, but guess what? I'm going to give you some examples. Let's say that there's a guy that says to you, I'm crazy. He says, I'm crazy. He says, I'm diagnosed. He says, I'm on medication. He tells you that he lives in his mom's basement. Tells you he's crazy. Tells you he's diagnosed. Tells you he's on medication, tells you that he lives in his mom's basement, tells you he can't go outside because he's so whacked out, tells you he's batshit crazy, uses a phony accent, and yet you still listen to him. Oh, it's just a few fleas. I just listen because he's so cute. Has a semi-pornographic name. Oh, it's just a few fleas. He's so cute. Listen long enough, and you will be infected by their beliefs. I know you're on an indoctrinate, and I'm trying to infect you to get you over to the YouTube channel. So that's why we're giving you the front end of shows every night twice, and you have to come over to the YouTube channel, The Christian Whistleblower, to get the back end. So this has been part one of our great extravaganza on the osmosis of the truth movement. If you want part two, come on over to the Christian Whistleblower YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next segment on Unindoctrinate. But those of you that are here, don't get away that easily, because we're still here. We're still rocking and we're still rolling. Oh, Jeff, that's just not so, that's so mean. Is it? Don't you see how the Jesuits work? They tell you who they are, and yet you'll still listen to them and believe them. Then they have plausible denial, but we told them, I told them I was crazy. I told them I was on medication. I told them I'm diagnosed. I told them I live in my mother's basement. I told them I'm, is it agoraphobic or whatever it is? I told them that, but they listened. It's not my fault. Then you got a guy who tells you, I was deep into Hollywood. Tells you this. I was deep into Bill Gates, worked with Bill Gates. Bill Gates' friend, I was with Bill Gates, tells you I was deep in Hollywood, I was deep into Bill Gates, and I was deep into Israeli intelligence. I was deep into spy work. I was deep into Bill Gates. I was deep into Hollywood. And by the way, I'm a convicted felon. And you still listen to him. You are a special kind of special. Oh my goodness. Woo, that's, you know, that great American philosopher said, stupid is as stupid does. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen. And dresses like a Jesuit. But it's just some fleas, Jeff. There's just a few fleas, Jeff. It's just a few fleas. It's no big deal. If you keep listening, all of a sudden, you'll be licking frogs. If you keep listening, you'll be talking about Nostradamus, Jesuit doctrine. If you lie down with deceivers, you wake up a Jesuit. You wake up a Jesuit. We can and we must make osmosis work for us. We have to know the dogs we're lying down with. And when the dogs show us who they are, we have to believe them. When they tell you, I'm a convicted felon. When they tell you, I worked in the movie industry. When they tell you, I worked with Bill Gates. When they tell you, I worked in Israeli intelligence. Believe them. Oh, Jeff, but they're nice people. They're wonderful people. How can you say that? Okay, let's just say they are. How do you know if somebody is a nice person and isn't still the person they used to be? Time. How many, if a person spent 10 years in Hollywood, 10 years with Bill Gates, 10 years in Israeli intelligence, how many years do you think they should have to show you that they're not that before you listen to them? Jeff, you're judgmental. Am I? We know that Hollywood is against us. We know that Bill Gates is against us. We know that the spy and intelligence agencies are against us. And you want me to listen to and embrace and cuddle up to somebody that is all that and a convicted felon? Sorry. You want me to listen to somebody that tells me they're crazy. I'm crazy. I'm on medication. I can't leave my house. I speak in a fake accent. I won't show my face. All I talk about is Jesuit stuff that's been proven Jesuit, and you want me to snuggle up and cuddle up. Sorry, I am not on the short bus. I understand the effects of spiritual osmosis. I understand the effects of quote unquote truther movement osmosis. I understand that if I listen to that, I will become that. I understand that I can't listen. I can't watch. I can't partake without being infected. Without being infected. Without being infected, period. You can't. You just can't. And I can see some tummies getting upset, and that's okay. Choose the dogs you lie with. And if you lay down with compromisers, if you lay down with the gloom and doomers, if you lay down with those that teach falsehood, you will wake up a Jesuit. It's just the way it is. just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. Truther movement osmosis. Birds of a feather do flock together. Those that flock together become birds of a feather. Who you listen to, who you expose yourself to, you will become like them. If you expose yourself to people that are building a cult, you'll become part of the cult. If you expose yourself to people that are praising Jesuit doctrine up and down, you'll start believing Jesuit doctrine up and down. If you expose yourself to people that are part of the things are bad and getting worse movement, you'll believe things are bad and getting worse. If you listen to people that push the Jesuit eschatology agenda, you'll end up believing the Jesuit eschatology agenda. It's up to you. It's a vibrational thing. It's osmosis. It's just the way it is. It's a law. And osmosis also means that if there's two different populations of things within two different contained environments, they try to homeostasis. They try to even out. So as more of us grow and there's less of them, they're going to try to suck us over to them. And when there's more of us and less of them, they're going to try to come over to us. It's just the way things work. You've got to be on guard. You've got to be diligent. Spiritual osmosis, the osmosis of the truth movement, if you don't make it work for you, it will work against you. Guaranteed. Let's go to the chat room and answer questions and highlight interesting comments. Let's see. Reverse osmosis. Live by example. Let's see. Jesus said he needs a lot of Federal Reserve notes today. Yeah, that Jesus made the world, creator of everything, but always broke, always needs money. That's so funny. It won't let me go back any further than that, unfortunately. Let's see. That's how the Jehovah's Witnesses work. That's how all the Abrahamic religions work. That's how all the blood religions work. If it has to do with sacrifice, crosses, atonement, saviors, accepting spirits into your heart, it always works that way. Looking in the mirror when I was hit in a bad relationship, I have to just take it like the Bible says. Yeah. Oh, that's so damnable. Thank you, Blake Weber says, I watch you, homeboy. What are you going to say to whoever is covering the gate of heaven? Ha, 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 exactly. Let's see. I'm only listening to Jeff and Tara. Well, that's interesting, TT. They're rubbing off on you. Yeah, they will. They will. There's no way for you to watch, listen, be a part of those communities without it rubbing off on you. The longer you watch, be a part of, listen to those communities, the more you become like them. Before you know it, you are them. It's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. Let's see. Rings and jolts, common sense. I'm not sure what that means, Amanda. Like attracts like. Everything. I didn't see that one. I mostly just watch farming and tractor channels. What's a Jesuit truther? Anybody that's teaching Jesuit doctrine. Jesuit truther is really redundant. It's really redundant. It does affect our frequency. Claudette can pick them out of a crowd. Perfect. Jeff, you got me over that place of Christian light a few years ago. Thank you. Toth 777. You got yourself over that place. I just brought you the information that you used to do it. Now that I found the truth, never going back. That's the way to do it, Plum Moon Bliss. You found the truth. Let's see. It's easier to trick someone than to convince them they've been tricked. Mark Twain said it's easier to fool someone than it is to convince them they've been fooled. And you know why? Here's why. Because if you're trying to fool someone, you be nice and you be gentle and you give them air, but you give them a little sugar with the air so it goes down nice. And they listen to you. If you're trying to fool them, they listen to you. But if you're trying to show them they've been fooled, they won't listen to you because you're not telling them what they want to hear. That's why it's easier to fool someone than it is to convince them that they've been fooled, because they don't want to. They want to hear the fooling stuff. They don't want to hear the reality that they've been fooled. That's why I'm sure as I get down in this chat, I'm going to have people yelling at me for being mean and nasty and saying bad things about nice boys. Everything I said was true. Everything I said stands, and you're being fooled. And if you're that far down, you're already fooled, and you're probably not going out. So you might as well join the cult, buy the black clothes, and get ready to move, because you're probably already done. Let's see. Fleas bite. Fleas, what do fleas do? They suck blood. And every person that's involved with blood, sacrifice, Savior, cross, Jesus, salvation, that's blood. They're fleas. They're fleas. Ignore and run. Oh, wow. I know you're talking about. I hope so. I tried to be as clear as I could. Let's see. I don't see Tracy in the house. She's in the house. Toth, you're clever. Lay down with Jesuits, get up with lies, fleas. Yep. So did we just start? No, we didn't just start. Who does he talk about? Yeah, who's the crazy guy? The guy that tells you he's crazy. Let's see. You run the hell the other way. Jeff, did you see the picture of Epstein? Guys, you got to remember how easy it is to do Photoshop, how easy it is to do deep fake stuff. You got to be more discerning. You got to be more discerning. Jeff, I have unsubscribed. Good. I hope that you do. What does it say? What do you say about a man that wears a little hat? You know what they say about a man that wears a little hat? He's got a little head. That's all. Get your mind out of the gutter, you guys. Get your mind out of the gutter. If it walks like a duck, cuckoo, says Melissa V. Let's see. I knew what was coming next. Thank you, Candace. Convicted felons are cool. Yeah, well, you know, convicted felons. I'm not saying that you throw everybody out because they're a convicted felon. I'm saying you watch them. If somebody got arrested for robbing banks, you don't put them in charge of your checkbook. I'm just saying. If someone's a convicted felon, you give them a chance, but you watch. You keep them at arm's length until they prove themselves. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Oh, and what about people that show up wearing masks? Oh, I didn't even hit that one. That's so good. So good. Who wears a mask? A thief, a liar. Let's see. Here comes the short bus. Anonymous. Yeah. Let's see. Do I believe in forgiveness? Asked middle class mama. Sure, I do. I believe in forgiveness. I also believe in discernment. I also believe in, yeah, okay, you're an ex-felon. Let's watch and see for a while. You can't just come out of this and you can't just come out of Hollywood, just come out of intelligence agencies, just come out of Bill Gates and be a convicted felon and expect me to just drink your Kool-Aid. It doesn't work that way. I was born at night, but it was not last night. You have to be a really special kind of special to just accept that boom right away. Come on, man. Let some time pass. Let people prove themselves. And when they show you who they are, believe them. And I've been shown in no uncertain terms, up close and personal. Let's see. Thank you, KT Emma. Licking frogs. Let's see. No using names. I must not listen to this person. Good for you. Let's see. Like Joel Osteen, just different clothes. Is it satanic? That's up to you. You can use names. I mean, come on. This is speaking to me. Thanks. You're so right. I love what you spit, Jeff. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that, Elizabeth. She went to a meeting and had some of her stuff stolen, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I really am. And that's the thing that, Claudette says they're still working for them, just in a different format. Well, you can tell by what they say that yes, they are. But even if they were saying everything right, time. Give them some time. Let them stand the test of time. Let's see what they're made of. We give everybody a chance. You don't make somebody, like I said, if somebody was robbing banks, you don't put them in charge of your wallet. You just don't. You just don't. I don't know what a Jesuit is, says Kelsey. You should look that up. Absolutely. Absolutely should look that up. I'm a doctor. No, I'm a lawyer. No, I'm a Jesuit. Oh, let's see. Jeff met a man online, went to the desert. Jeff is not judgmental. I gave somebody a chance to prove themselves. I saw what I needed to see. That's me. And Jeff didn't listen to himself. He knew that he shouldn't go, but he went anyway. And when they run something called Discord, again, they show you blatantly in your face. And, this is a person that says that they're of the Bible, right? That the red letters and all that. And because of stupid Apple, I can't show you this, but I can quote it to you. And I want to give you the exact reference. Romans 16:17, written by Paul himself. Romans 16:17. And see, you can, Jeff, but that's just a little flea. No, you just can't overlook these things, ladies and gentlemen. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark those which cause discord. Mark those which cause discord and avoid them. Mark those which cause discord and avoid them. One of these neo-Jesuit fake truthers has a whole thing called Discord. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't. And all I can do is bring you the information. And, but Jeff, that's just a little flea. Okay, lie there if you want. I've done my job. My work here is done. Stupid is as stupid does. Elizabeth, nice to see you. Are there any Jesuits under the age of 60? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, my. Let's get rid of this. We're getting off into white nationalism, which is as ridiculous as black nationalism. We're of a feather, too. We are. I went there specifically to prevent bad things from happening, to look people in the eye, to read them in person. Well, good for you, Elizabeth. That's why I went there. It's sad, too, because so many of us are searching for truth, and we get influenced by these folk and leave even more confused. That's true, Candace. That's true. That's why I'm trying to encourage people to be careful, to look, to listen, to believe, and to understand that what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Let's see. Discord is a gaming streaming community. Discord is a chat platform that if you say that you're into spirituality and you use something called Discord, it's wrong. You shouldn't do it. Find another one. I can't believe I have to defend that. It's just dumb. It's just in your face. Discord. It's exactly what they're trying to sow. That's exactly what they're trying to create, and they're doing a good job. Osmosis. What about Yahweh's commandments to us, says Michael McCracken. Number one, Yahweh's a fake, puny, fallen God, and I don't care what he commands me to do because I got no interest. He's been shown to be a murderer and a liar and a rageaholic. He loves killing and eating babies. He tries to keep women down, and I got nothing but one of these for him. Oh, wait, there's another one right there. That's what I say about Yahweh and his commandments. Do you look both ways before you cross the street? I hope so. Words do mean things. I'm on Discord. Yeah. Spartan O Negative. Why are you on Discord? Are you on Discord in a spiritual community using that to communicate? We're all involved. Our communication is on Discord. I can't even review. I can't even go to that. It's so easy. Words are spelling. They have so much power. Yeah. All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finished. We've talked about the osmosis of the truth movement. You don't have to delete it. It's up to you, Spartan. It's up to you. And I already mentioned that once. So you're trying to take things over. So I'm going to put you in timeout. All right. Is there anything else on the board that I want to talk about right now? Not so much, really. I think that's pretty much it for tonight. How about I'm in mourning, I wear black? Yeah, that's the story. Funny, Jesuits wear black. Catholic priests wear black. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Look what I have here, ladies and gentlemen. Does anybody have any rod questions? We haven't done the rods in a long time. If anybody has any rods questions, what we do with the rods is we get yes and no answers to your questions. And we got a few minutes. We got a lot of people in here. Nuns wear black. Cool people wear black. I got blue on right now. You know what I'm talking about, though. Candace says she needs to do a major purge of fleas. Good for you, Candace. Johnny Cash didn't wear shit. He's dead. Jeffrey, turn that frown upside down. It's a good day and getting better. Absolutely. I don't have a frown. I do not have a frown. I wouldn't be in any Discord group. I will not be in something called Discord. Not for me. Sorry, not going to do it. Jovanka, I already answered that for you yesterday. Is Hillary going to jump in at the last minute? Is Hillary going to jump in at the last minute? Maybe. She's seriously thinking about it. She's seriously thinking about it. Are the Cali fires man-made? Yes. Discord is lack of concord or harmony between persons or things. Disagreements, differences of opinion, strifes, dispute, war. That's what Discord means. Ask the rods whether or not we can stop the chemtrails. That's not the right question, Cindy, but I'll ask, can we stop the chemtrails? No, we can't stop the chemtrails. But the right question is, can you stop the effect of the chemtrails on you? I did a show about that yesterday, and you can by raising your frequency. I get chemtrail just as much as the rest of you, but I do not suffer any of the symptoms of being chemtrailed because my frequency is high enough that I'm impervious to the chemtrails. And you can be too by raising your frequency. Good question, Cindy. You're on the right path, but refine that a little bit. It's not about can we stop the chemtrailing, but can we keep the chemtrailing from affecting us? Let's see. Who do you see as a DNC primary candidate? It's got to be a yes or a no question. Ask the rods if Epstein's still alive. Wendy wants to know, is Epstein still alive? Yes. And like Tracy said, Hillary isn't jumping anywhere. Obesity runs in my family. No, nobody runs in your family. But don't. All right. Let's see. I wear black t-shirts every day. It's not the whole point. That's not the point. Get off of that. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I wear all black t-shirts. Good for you, Greg. You're missing my point. Are there 5,000 UFOs here to help us? Are there a lot of UFOs in orbit to help us? Interesting. No answer from the rods. Was Atlantis destroyed by meteors? Asked Desert Rose. Was Atlantis destroyed by meteors? No answer. No answer. Are chemtrails malevolent? Of course they are. There's nothing in them good for you. We'll ask the rods. Are chemtrails malevolent? Are chemtrails bad for us? Yes, not as bad as we think. They might be, somebody said they might be more of a thing to keep us from seeing through than to making us sick and stuff. And that kind of resonates with me. Biden does look cloned. Biden does look cloned to me. What was that? A person said, am I as psychic intuitive as people have told me over the years? Jeffrey, that's not a question for rods. That's a question for you to figure out. The rods would confirm whatever you think. Are all the presidents related except for one? Ooh, yes. Are the Bidens corrupt? You don't need rods to get the answer to that one, Skywalker Magic. I'm not going to do I don't do those kind of health questions, Amber. I'm sorry, but our thoughts and intentions go out to your mother. What are those rods called? They're called rods. Divining rods. I'm being a smart ass. Sorry. Jeff, you should know your own power. Yes, I agree, Elizabeth. I'm not sure what that means, but I agree. And thank you. Will the Vatican fall soon? I don't see that happening. Will the Vatican fall soon? No. Of course, you got to define soon. My 6-year-old granddaughter is wearing a cross. I asked her why is she wearing it. She said, I don't know. She took it off. Perfect. Perfect. Wow, I had a vision. It was. I'm not sure what that was. I don't think it'll fall soon. That's just up to me. It's just up to me. Wendy wants to know, does the Pope really believe the Bible? He's a Jesuit. Nope, the Pope doesn't believe the Bible. Let's see. Jeffrey, are the dimensions merging? They're made out of copper. Are the dimensions merging? Yes. What did I see? Are we living on a spinning ball? I'd be surprised if they answer. They're not going to answer that. Let's see. And that's the end. That's the end. We got a few more. Cross is a symbol of torture. Yeah, that's what it was used for. Will the TI ever produce anything good? I don't know what a TI is. I didn't miss the point, Jeff. I was just going along with the guy who said it before me as well. My previous comment was, yeah, that was very interesting that a lot of them wear black robes. Yeah, Greg, I was actually talking about this one channel where a dude just wears black all the time and says he's wearing black because he's in mourning. So anyway, that was my point. And when they show you who they are, believe them, because that's just weird, man. That's just weird. Wearing uniforms and stuff. Oh, I don't know. That's just weird. That's just weird. Tracy says there is no earth. Duh. Jeff, are you wearing pants? I'm wearing shorts, actually. Target individual is TI. Gotcha. Are the 4 major archangels Pleiadians? Well, Darth, that assumes that the 4 major archangels are real. Let's see what the rods say. Are the 4 major archangels Pleiadians? This says no. Is Trump going to be the last president? Will Trump be the last president? Nope. Is Ruth Bader Ginsburg dead? Is Ruth Bader Ginsburg dead? No answer. Interesting. Is Trump's son a time traveler? Nope. Let's see. Mandela effect, something about bugs me. Tracy, what if it's on a large rock? Night to all of you. Okay, great. 11/11 really a portal day? That's is 11/11 a portal day? No. Let's see. Is JFK Jr. the next president after Trump? Is JFK Jr. the next president after Trump? No. I'm going to have on Tuesday Crow 777 on the channel, and we're going to be talking about JFK. And it's really going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to watch it. Shine, I wouldn't ask that if it was my son publicly, so I certainly won't ask that about the president of the United States' son. And that's just a personal conviction that I have. So please understand. Is JFK Jr. alive? They say yes. Is Elon Musk, Moira wants to know, a time traveler? Won't really answer. Won't really answer. Let's see. Are Rodham and Trump related cousins? Are Rodham and Trump related cousins? No. Are archangels archons? Ooh, yes. I like that one. I like that one. Will we be able to time travel in our lifetime? Yes. Can I tell you something? You can time travel right now. You can time travel right now. CIA in the back of the car shot JFK. Not according to Crow 777. I'm not going to spill the beans, but you've never heard it before unless you're a deep, deep, deep diver, ladies and gentlemen. Not unless you're a deep, deep, deep diver. Crow 777, Tuesday at 2 p.m., right before I jump in the car and go to Nashville, Tennessee to see my lifelong friend and hang out with some cool people. Let's see. What else we got here? Bill and Hillary are related biologically. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Are we gods in training? Are we gods in training? Yes. Will we be able to go to Mars in the future? Yes. 260 people watching, 76 likes. Is Jay-Z Knight a fake? I don't even know who that is. All right. That brings us up on an hour, even though our number of people being here are climbing and climbing. Do you have any questions for me? I will answer any questions that you have. Will the TI individual programs ever produce anything good? I think the people that are targeted individuals can recover and do some good things for sure. So yes, let's see. Gunnar Hag, geez. I love my trolls. Will there be a currency reset this month? Not only no, but hell no. Thank you, Skywalker Magic. I appreciate that. What do you do for a living? You're looking at it. You're looking at it. What are you doing in Nashville, Jeff? My buddy, my childhood buddy, we've known each other for 45 years. Isn't that crazy? He is producing a show that is a tribute to James Burton, which it was Elvis's guitar player from the 68 special on. And it will also include Ronnie Tutt, who was the drummer. And we'll have Joe Walsh there. They're going to have Sammy Hagar there, Mickey Dolenz, some other people that I can't remember that are really, really good people too. So yeah, that's what I'm going there for. We're going to have a great time. And hopefully I get to see Chris Jericho there. He's going to be in town for an AEW wrestling extravaganza, and he wants to go to the show. So if he gets in town in time, we'll hang out. It was Chris's birthday the other day. So happy birthday, Chris Jericho. And he did retain his AEW championship. Desert Rose met Elvis in 1977. What? I am very, very envious of you. But I'm going to check you out. Did Desert Rose meet Elvis in 1977? She did. She did. Not according to Crow 777 Shadow Spirit. He says, or I think he says that Face was shot by JFK by the driver. That's not what Crow says. It's going to be such good stuff. It's going to be such good stuff. So was Yahweh the God of the Old Testament? I think that the God of the Old Testament stole the name of Yahweh, but the being you know as Yahweh, yes, was the God of the Old Testament. Little G God. Yeah. Cabo Wabo Tequila by Sammy Hagar. Yep. What happened to Not Your Normal Sunday with Wayne? Wayne was traveling. Let's see. He was so handsome. I'm so glad that you got to meet him. Have you seen a light being before? Yes. I think I'm related to Elvis, but don't have the money or the talent. Oh, cool. Wendy. Oh, yeah. Wendy A. Presley. That's really your name. That's how Elvis spelled it. Very cool. Very, very cool. Is Nashville a portal of peace and light? Oh, that would be interesting. Is Nashville a portal of peace and light? Yes, sort of. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Because a lot of dreams are born there. A lot of dreams die there too. Are you a TI? No, I'm not. They're asking Desert Rose. Is Desert Rose a TI? Saw your interview with Carrie Cassidy. Boy, I thought I had bad trolls. She's got some really bad trolls. Nasty, nasty POSs, but we won't say that out loud on the radio. Oh, thank you, Desert Rose. It's very nice. The things we do for love. What did she do for love? What did she do for love? My daughter used to live in Mexico. She partied with Sammy Hagar. Didn't even know who he was. That is funny, Cindy. Let's see. I live in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's not too far from Nashville, is it? JFK was shot from a drain gate in the sidewalk. Osias, I asked you this not to be a bitch, but have you ever been to Dallas? Cousin, there's no way he can make that shot from there. That's just my opinion. I was just there. But Crow 777 would say no. Shut Up and Listen is not gone, but it's going to be reworked because Rocky has become too busy to do it. His wife actually wants him to spend some time with her. Bitch. I'm kidding. Of course, we love Lisa. So that's going to be reworked, but it's not going away. No. Targeted individual is what TI is. I think I know why she does. I don't know what that means, Tracy. Does San Francisco have a negative portal above it? Does San Francisco have a negative portal above it? Yes, it does. It's so hard to deal with nasty. Equals you're a goer, Jeff. I don't know what that means. I drove through Dallas a number of times. Shut up. Crow 777 knows that the earth is flat. Okay, great, Gunner. Way to go. Let's see. What's your opinion on Kanye West becoming a Christian? Like Forrest Gump says, stupid is as stupid does. So why are we here? I don't know. I'm doing a show. Why are you here? Let's see. We live in Camden, about an hour away from Nashville. Is Trump an alien being? Is Trump an alien being? Not going to answer. Interesting. Shadow Spirit is a dude with long hair and a beard. Oh, okay. I see now, Shadow Spirit. Some believe a comment will be our ultimate demise. Okay. I'm so excited that you're having Crow on. Yeah, me too. That'll be great. Don't deny the truth, Jeff. Don't start preaching to me in my own chat. That's a good way to get kicked out. I've been working on my polar plunge practice. Good for you, Matthew. I'm strong in it. You didn't have to ask the Rods about San Francisco. That's true, but we're trying to be nice. Can NASA really zap us with lasers and kill us? Can NASA really zap us? Yeah, they got stuff to zap. Did Trump get some insight on Tesla from his Uncle John? Yep. Did the government use hallucinogenic jug drugs and midgets to fake alien abductions? That's too good. I have to ask it. Did the government use hallucinogenic drugs and midgets to fake alien abductions? They're not going to answer that, but that's really, really interesting. That's really, really interesting. That's really, really interesting. I heard you were a pretty intelligent fellow, so I came to find out if what I heard was true. Well, thanks for coming, Michael McCracken. What do you think? Tracy's only out with a visitor's pass. That's funny. You should have Paula on to talk about Elvis. She got to meet some of his family. Paula who? Yeah, we'll ask it. Is Michelle Obama a man? Says yes. Let's see. Says yes. Tess. Can Trump time travel? Yes. Let's see. Michael, that's funny. Oh, that's a good question. Was the Roswell crash a real UFO? No answer. Interesting. Is Q a psyop? No real answer. It's interesting. I think they're tired. I think they're done. I'm going to put them away. Will Russia ally with the USA? We already are. We already are. Is Hillary a reptilian? Will Trump drain the swamp? He already is. I mean, ask Jeffrey Epstein if he's going to drain the swamp. Ask the mainstream media if he's going to drain the swamp. I think he'll be elected in 2020. The rods have left the building. So the rods have left the building, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I can't think of anything else. I hate to leave when there's a lot of nice people in here, but sometimes when you don't have anything left to say, Cynthia says that octopus are alien to this planet. How do you know that, Cynthia? That's really interesting. Why is Russia doing military drills with China? Because they're smart. When the biggest nation on the planet and the one that can wipe you out says, hey, you want to do some drills together? You say, yes. Yes. Is Minnesota going to win? I don't know. I didn't pick them this week. Octopus are alien to this planet. I want to know how she found that out. Very, very interesting. Are there alien ships around us, as Gosha mentioned? They say there are. They say there's 1,000 of them, and I haven't found anything to dude, I got some sideburns. Can't you see when the light's just right? You can see I grew some sideburns, but not like Elvis. I'm not going to go that way. Cynthia would have something to say. I have a lot to say, but you know. Say it, Elizabeth. You make us nicer? Really? Of course it's true, she says. All right. All right. Okay, folks, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you hated it or loved it, please subscribe and make sure that you are subscribed. And I talked about all of our great sponsors. Make sure you check them out. Did you hear about Alfred? You know, this is as good a time as any to announce it, I guess. Alfred Labramont Weber savaged Gosha and Dale, was very rude, very mean, very nasty. And as a result, I'm canceling my interview that I had scheduled with him. I don't want to talk to people that have that type of an attitude. I don't care how many subscribers they have. So sorry, Alfred. I should have told you personally first, because you'll probably hear about this, but unless you want to apologize publicly to Gosha and Dale, and then if you would like to gentlemanly and scholarly discuss your differences with them, I might entertain that. But until you apologize publicly for being mean, nasty, and rude to a very nice woman, I'm sorry, but you can't be on this channel. So it's canceled until you write me and say, okay, I'll apologize publicly and we can discuss our differences like intelligent people would. Okay. LSU Tigers, they won. Gosha is a lovely lady. And Gosha's not a self-proclaimed ambassador to the Galactic Council. I think Labramont is. Alfred Labramont Weber, I think his name is. I just know Gosha, and I know she's very legit, and I can't interview somebody that savaged her viciously. Just can't do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's very nice to have you here with us tonight. I'm sorry that we went so long, and One with Nature says she's a smoke show as well. She is an attractive lady, no doubt about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's not a self-proclaimed ambassador, Scotty. That's not true. Scotty, Gosha is honest as true as they come. She is not a self-proclaimed ambassador to the Galactic Council. She never said that. She talks to Swaru. She talks to now, I think, Aneka, and just brings information that they give. She's not an ambassador. She's never said she was an ambassador, and that's just inaccurate. I know that you must have just you were mistaken. You misspoke. That's what I was looking before. Alfred, right? Alfred is a self-proclaimed whatever to whomever, and those people are nasty. I got one after me on yelling, saying bad things about me too. So I just don't think you represent how many star councils you think you do when you're nasty and mean to people, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. They say that history is written by the winners. I got no problem with that, because I know you, and I know the 40,000 of you, and I know that we can win today, and together we can write a better tomorrow. We're the last generation of real humans, and if we get busy, we can make sure that things aren't bad and getting worse. We can spread the news that things are good and getting better, and we're here to make damn sure of it. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower. I salute you for being here, seeking after truth. As Elizabeth says, we are winning. We can't lose for winning. We can't go under because we're going over. We are absolutely going to win today and write a better tomorrow. Love, respect, honor to each and every one of you. And remember, osmosis is only a bitch if you are.